it's Alison Creamer, and I am here with Conversations with Creamer. And today we have a very special guest, a very unique startup business, something I have not heard of before. And so we're going to jump right in. I'm here with Andrew. And Andrew, I want you to tell us how you got started in this really cool, unique niche. So tell our viewers what it is that you've created.
Well, hey everyone, my name's Andrew, and my wife and I founded a company called Secret Hopper. And what we're a mystery shopping company specifically for craft breweries. And we launched just a little less than 3 months ago. We're really proud about what we've accomplished so far. But we essentially came up with our company because obviously my wife and I were big fans of the craft beer scene in the United States. We love drinking beer, sampling beer, traveling to try new things, and just the overall experience of going to a brewery. But the past 15 or so years, both her and I had worked in the customer service and food service industry. I also run a company that works at sports and entertainment events serving family-friendly products. And I've always thought that when you go to an event, whether it's a baseball game or you're just going out to dinner, there's a whole lot more to it than just a baseball or just a meal on the table. It's a whole about an overall experience. And what we've kind of discovered is with over 5,500 craft breweries out there right now, we just wonder what sets them apart. And what we do, we concentrate on the other half of the operation, not the beer. We know most of these breweries are making a great product, but we want to help them make sure, their overall customer service experience and atmosphere is overall exceptional. Because with that many breweries out there right now, their goal is to make every guest a return customer, and that's what we want to help them with.
Well, before we started the recording, I was talking about Green Flash.
Green Flash, yep,
Green
in Virginia
Flash.
Beach.
So I've driven past that quite a few times, and I thought it was a grocery store. I thought it might have been a restaurant. I had no idea that it was a brewery. And then I realized that I don't know much about all of these little pop-up breweries. I'm a mom, but we do drink. We do, I'm not an excessive drinker. But, there are times that we want to go to a casual environment. And so the review places, there isn't probably a whole lot that is specializing. Like you can go to Yelp and Google and places like this, but this is really going to condense it into the specialty and not the randomness of knowing whether or not that review was accurate or purchased. So tell me a little bit about how it works. Does somebody just show up at these breweries? Do you have a checklist? What can a brewery expect on the review level?
Well, that's a great question. We're different than a lot of the other public sites that are out there because we provide specialized feedback. When we work with a brewery, what we do, we have a basic 25-point questionnaire we offer to the breweries. And it includes everything. Was the outside of the brewery properly maintained? Were you greeted with a smile? Did the bartender or server offer recommendations? Did the bartender ask you to take beer to go? It has 25 questions along those lines that concentrate on atmosphere and customer service. But if, say, some of those questions aren't applicable to a certain brewery, we work with that brewery to customize it based on their needs. So we want to make sure we're getting the exact information that brewery is looking to collect. Unlike some of these other sites where you're just posting a random review or rant, we want to get the exact information a brewery is looking for.
That they're looking for. So you're really looking to help these breweries understand what the consumer experience is, because their perception could be different than what reality is. And it's kind of like an athlete watching their play. They can see the mistakes they made. They can see the angle that they need to redirect. So with a Secret Hopper and that brewery, knowing that you're monitoring this, but they don't know who's coming, they don't know when they're coming. It's basically anonymous, and then you report this back to the brewery so they can make the experience better, I would assume.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. For a typical brewery, we'll send out 4 of our secret hoppers, our undercover beer drinkers, over the course of a month. And what we do, we give them our questionnaire prior to going so that way they know what to pay attention to. And like you said, the brewery has no idea when they're coming. At the end of the month, we let them know the results of that, experience that the customer had. And one of the things we do that's unique to any other company in the mystery shopping field, we select the exact type of customer they're looking for. If that brewery is looking for, say Green Flash got aboard, if they were looking for a 21-year-old female who's a brand new drinker, we could have that person come out. Or if they want a 57-year-old male beer nerd, someone who's really into beer, we could have that demographic of person come out.
Is that a real title?
Oh,
a beer
it is.
Nerd?
People are very, very proud of that title as well. So yes, it is.
That is, it's a great experience for the brewery, but do you post these results anywhere, or is this specific for the brewery and only for them?
That's a really great question. When we sign on with a new client, everything is kept private unless they give us permission to do it. So ideally, we'll see success. When we work with the brewery in the first month, we might find that, I hate to say it, but maybe they're not greeting their guests with a smile. Then after that first month, we'll provide the feedback saying, hey, none of your servers greeted the guests with a smile. Let's get a little bit better about this. The second month, we might see improvement. And the third month, all staff might be doing it correctly.
And at that point, they would love for you to publish the results.
Exactly. We want to share success stories is what we want to do. So no data is public to start, but if the brewery gives us permission to share, we'd love to share how our service is helping breweries.
So this is interesting. I'm just going to recap to make sure I'm getting all this right. So you have secret hoppers. I love that instead of secret shoppers. You reach out to the brewery who's saying, look, we want to make sure our experience is what we think it is and it's supposed to be. So they give you a target client that they would like to attract. You then have your secret hoppers over the course of a month go in, experience the beer, the atmosphere, the clientele, the whole atmosphere. They report back to you, and then you take that information to the brewery so they can adjust, monitor, retrain, whatever it is they need to do.
That's exactly what we're doing.
That's awesome.
And when we send our secret hoppers out to the brewery, what we have them do, we have them order a flight of beer, 4 smaller portions of beer, followed by a pint of beer. And over the course of that time, we want them to interact with staff. We want them to make observations of what's going on. That way they can, get a detailed viewpoint of that brewery. That way we can provide a good report at the end of the month to that brewery.
Very nice, very nice. So the best way for somebody who wants to be reviewed, what is the best way for them to reach you?
Our website, www.secrethopper.com, is the best way. We're obviously on Facebook as well at facebook.com/secrethopper. Breweries can apply to get secret hopped. And we also, anyone who wants the opportunity to potentially go to a brewery to get paid to have a few drinks, we're looking for those as well. But
I figured those slots would be filled.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Currently, we have a network of actually 1,500 secret hoppers across the country. And sadly, we haven't been able to buy everyone a drink just yet. But as we grow, we hope to, accommodate everyone and have everybody involved.
Well, like you said, you need all different types of people. You're not just looking for the frat party.
No.
You're looking for maybe the mom and dad with small children who want to go somewhere that they can feel comfortable with, and it's like we were saying, it's not a frat party. Or maybe you do want a frat party environment where people can go and have just a crazy fun time. So you're looking for all kinds of people.
Exactly. There's a great brewery we work with in Virginia called Champion Brewing Company. They have locations in Charlottesville and Richmond. And when we signed on with those guys, they wanted us to have a college student come out. They wanted a soccer mom and a gentleman who was a little bit older. So they want all 3 of the viewpoints you were just talking about. And
that's really cool.
That's what we like to do. Give them the views from different people with different angles and different, goals when they go into that brewery, because they might have different expectations. We want to see how they felt about their experience.
So are you able to share any other breweries who have been hopped?
Anybody that
we are. Doesn't mind?
We're also working with Flying Dog. They're out of Maryland. They're a great independent brewery up in Maryland, Frederick, Maryland. We're working with a few in Colorado. We're working with one called Triple S Brewing. They've been a great customer so far, great people to work with. And we're also working with a few in California, but I can't share their names so far. But currently at the moment, we have 22 clients across the United States. So we're really, really proud about what we've done in 3 months.
That is awesome. So have any of them readjusted their platforms and you've been able to help start getting them into the clientele that they're looking for?
We have actually. We've on the second month with quite a few clients right now. In the first month, one question that we found that a lot of breweries aren't doing right. A lot of breweries, not doing right, but not doing as active as they should. A lot of the servers aren't asking their guests if they would like beer to go. Because I don't know about you, but when you go to a brewery, if you've had a couple drinks with your family and they say, hey, would you like to take a bottle to go?
A 6-pack or
a 6-pack or a growler or whatever. After I've had a couple drinks, the odds are I'm probably going to say yes. But we've found that a lot of breweries aren't asking that question. In our opinion, that's a really easy add-on item for the brewery to do. Get their brand outside their 4 walls and at the end of the day, increase their bottom line. So one of our goals with these breweries, to help them build their brand and, make more revenue. So we found with one of our current clients, and sadly I can't reveal their name, but they're a great brewery out of North Carolina. The first month, they didn't have a lot of servers asking that question. And we're seeing right now, over the course of the second month, they're definitely improving. So the management is making a difference in talking to their staff and encouraging them to improve upon several points.
That is a really great niche. I love the fact that you took something that you enjoy and recognized a need and then tried to fulfill that in a business model, and you're making a difference for other people who are probably building their dreams as in opening up a brewery. So you're helping them. It's almost like a brew coach.
That's definitely right. I mean, over time, we want to offer more consulting services to these breweries. By no means are we experts in how to run a brewery, but we believe that it's all about creating an overall excellent experience, and that is our goal to help these breweries with.
Well, you're not telling them how to run their brewery. You're asking them, how do you want your brewery to be perceived? And then you're taking that perception back to them and saying, you're nailing it or you're failing.
Exactly. I mean, the goal for these breweries is to be successful, like we had said. And with 5,500 breweries out there right now, they definitely got to concentrate on an overall experience, not just making great beer. Because you could go to any brewery and have a great beer, but if the staff's rude to you, you didn't feel welcome, and it wasn't an overall fun time, no matter how good the beer is, you might not go back. And it's about two sides to the operation, both the beer, and the overall experience.
Exactly. Well, I am so glad you came in. This is extremely interesting. So go ahead and tell them one more time how they can reach you, and we're also going to put this in written form in the show notes, and we'll also put it through Twitter and Facebook and all kinds of other places.
Great, thanks Allison. And once again, our website is www.secrethopper.com. And if you guys are fans of beer, there's a magazine called Beer Advocate that are actually featured in this month. We're really proud about that. But once again, secrethopper.com. If you're a brewery, feel free to apply, or if you'd like the chance to possibly go out and get a few drinks paid for on Secret Hopper, we'd love to have your feedback.
Awesome. You guys share this with your favorite brewery and see if we can go ahead and help them grow their revenue as well. Thanks so much, Andrew.
Thank you.